Alright, just getting everything set up. But we find ourselves in a Div-S ZVP. We're in the top right of the map, playing for in the purple Protoss. It is Nihed, OWRS. I don't know, he's supposed to be a champion. I don't know what the hell this clan tag is, but he rocks. And playing for that clan with the panties. Something teapot. What's it? Something teapot, something. I don't know. It is MiniZerg. Hello, Rudy. And what's Smoke gonna do? He's gonna do his usual shit. This wonderful person. It's a Nexus Forge, and I'm more curious to see. It doesn't look like he's actually going to try and actually cannon rush. Oh no, there's the probe. So he will be cannon rushing minis natural, and this map is a great map for it. It's almost kind of impossible to break once the probe sets up pylons here. So curious to see how Mini's going to deal with it. If he doesn't know how nasty this map is, he's probably just going to die. Or at least he's going to lose. They have to cancel this hatch. He's not going to be able to keep it. He's actually not even responding at all with drones, so... Keeping the hatch... I don't know about that one. Because you definitely aren't going to be able to hold on to it. Alright. So yeah, we're going to drop a spine at the back here, but that spine's not going to be in time for these cannons to finish. It might. It'll finish in range, I guess, of these. But I don't see how this is going to help, because two spines, they build slower than cannons, they can't reach the cannons. Now these cannons are pretty much completely walled off from Lings. Nihed's actually just going to chill and say, you have fun dealing with that. This is quite, I would argue, an overcommitment. I think as MiniZerg, you cancel these spines, you just expand someone else and it's actually okay. But if you finish these spines and try and fight, especially look, the one spine's actually lost half its HP, what's it going to do in a fight? Now 4 cannons hitting the hatch, it's not going to last very long, so we are losing this hatch regardless, and now we spent all this extra money on spines and rings. There's no way you're saving this. I'm pretty sure, I think, yeah, this, oh, it's actually another wall, interesting. Okay, so we will clean this up then. I think the Ling's getting on top. Actually, I say that, I don't think we even clean this up. No. GG. Yeah. Alrighty. Smoke. Getting us off to a quick start. MiniZerg not quite able to deal with Smoke. I wonder... No, he's not going to do the same shit again. Looks like he's going to go drop a pylon. Wait, was it... Did he go pylon Nexus, or was it Nexus pylon? I actually don't know what the hell it is. I also didn't ask these guys if it's best of 5 or best of 3. But I guess we'll find out. If Nihed wins this, we'll find out pretty quickly. Smoke said he's in a hurry to make something. Looks like it will be, again, the same build. So we're just going to can rush high Grandmaster Zergs and well, mid Grandmaster Zergs and see what happens. And to be fair, Mini's just doing the same build again, I think. Or has he done something? No, he's doing the same build again. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna drop a Nexus and then Probe's gonna head out. Yup. MiniZerg. Yeah, I think in that situation, in theory, well, theory according to Lambos, you should build drones to defend that. Problem is on White Rabbit, you can't actually break that with drones. I think what you can do though is you can actually fight the pylons long enough to force the Protoss to finish it, and then build 1 or 2 cannons, and you just sack that base. So they build 3 or 4 pylons, 2 cannons, and then you're okay to lose the base for that kind of investment. And here we go again. And he's about to find out that Smoke is just intending to do this every single game. Like a true degenerate. But this is SCL. We're sympathetic to degenerates around here. Ooh, cancel base, okay. That is a good play here from Mini. Also because this cannon actually is very easy to clean up. The queen can just kill it from the high ground. Of course, the problem is now Smoke could decide to try and cannon rush that base. And I like this photon cannon because this stops any transfers happening. Kind of surprised he doesn't actually go for a follow-up cannon rush here, just because this cannon kind of keeps him safe from anything coming across. I feel like maybe even you actually cancel that cannon and just leave this one alive. I guess they can both be killed. I don't think a queen can actually kill this one from the high ground without exposing itself, so... Yeah, Mini's going to go for the Roach Ravager response. Now, obviously, one concern for Smoke here is that his Cybercore is going to be obviously very, very late. So we're going to have Roaches in production before the Cybercore even starts. So that is a bit scary. Of course, on the other hand, he can drop cannons to delay, and Mini still has to break out of here first. That's what his next plan of action is here. He's going to try and target the pylon to kill both of the buildings. I wonder if Smoke, you just drop another pylon. It might even be worth it just to keep the Ravagers and the Roaches contained. Cybercore's on the way now. It's obviously a long way off from Stargate, so that is one concern, which is usually the kind of point at which the cannon rush is safe from the follow-up. I think as it is, I don't think Mini really has much of a timing. Smoke's way ahead in workers. Mini's hasn't started up a third base yet. So we are gonna, yeah, it's actually not gonna be, no, this is gonna be an offensive attack or offensive maneuver here, because we do have a lot of roaches being built, so. I think we are going all in, but I imagine Stargate's gonna start up pretty damn soon. And Nihed has a ton of gas for it. They're just gonna have to build the Stargate in the wall though, or near the walls, which will expose it to the Ravagers. Why are we not building a Stargate yet? Yet, that's the only way we die. We don't have a Stargate. Surely. Okay, I guess, well, catching the first Ravager is actually pretty huge. Yeah, never mind, we caught the first Ravager. That's pretty rough. If this Overlord goes down, it's also going to slow MiniZerg down a lot, and it looks like it will go down. So, Smoke... Okay, he clearly has played this before. He's not even going to bother the Stargate, even though I think it's kind of busted. To be honest, he has so much stuff, though. Like, I don't think Mini can actually deal with this. I'm not used to seeing this kind of response from a cannon rush, but this is pretty nasty itself. Roaches are still good in these kind of situations. Ravagers are still good in this kind of situation. We do have speedling, so this is not held yet for Nihed, and this is why I think an Oracle or something would actually put this to bed pretty quickly. With this, I'm a little bit worried. We are going to try and bait the units out to come fight and then wrap around with Lings, but Nihed not going to fall for that trick. He is going to fall. That's a cloud off him. I thought he was. Oops. Oh, we depowered the Warpgate Researcher, Photon Cannon. No pylon on the way. We also depower the upgrades. I think Smoke's about to regret not having a Stargate once this forge goes down, because then we're going to have Lings rushing through. We could still force field and actually kind of plug this if the Lings try and commit. Warp Prism, okay, that's going to make for some interesting micro potential here. But, okay, so the Stalkers now feel safe to chase because they can get picked up if they get in trouble. Ovi rallied in. MiniZerg has caught up on workers in the meantime, so it's actually not bad from him. Nihed has been mining for longer, so he should have just more money, but he's obviously blown a hell of a lot in static defense. Actually a crap ton of static defense, so... Mini actually kind of battling himself into a decent position here, or at least a, He's actually not in a bad position. I guess we cut off our own gas, so we're killing that battery. I mean, yeah, I guess he just forced a major overreaction here from Smoke. Made him spend a lot of money. Let's see, what's resources lost? Resources lost slightly in favor of the Protoss, but nothing in it really. Especially since Smoke has been mining... Well, yeah, he's been mining more for, I think, most of the game, so... He's in a pretty good spot. Is he just going to go straight into Colossi? Because why not? This seems absolutely terrible because you can just play Roach Ravager, and usually the reason why people don't play a lot of Roach Ravager in this matchup is because of Skytar, or at least Oracles and Void Rays, but there's none of those, so Roach Ravager is going to be pretty damn strong here against Colossus. That said, this is quite a totally map, or at least it's quite a hard map to attack into the first 3 bases. The 4th base is usually pretty exposed. This one's on the low ground. This one's miles away, so 4th base is pretty exposed on this map, but the first 3 bases are kind of free. So I don't expect we're going to see major attacks here, although Mini does have a decent number of Ravagers. He hasn't really been droning though, he's actually just going to go no? Okay, he's kind of doing the half and half thing, which I'm not a fan of. He's got some more units, but he's still just also droning up in between, but his drone count's pretty low. Smoke's just gonna wall up and go full turtle mode.
Fucking bullshit, am I right?
Cannon rushes, man. Am I right? But at least we will get to see a full game rather than Mini getting zapped out. I think he did get into a rough spot, but he's managed to pull himself back. Nihed gonna do a little bit of gardening, clear up some of those pesky weeds. I think we did just see the Colossus. I'm not sure if Mini was not paying attention there, so... Don't know if you noticed the Colossus. I mean, the infestation pit would suggest it could have been coincidence, but usually the first thing you do when you see Colossus is try and get to Hive. Because the main counter to these guys is pretty much any Hive tech unit. Vipers, Lurkers, Ultras, Broodlords. These guys do pretty damn well against Lair tech, but not so much against Hive tech. Unlike the Imber Storm Boy, who just doesn't give a damn and kills everything. Okay, Mini up to 63 workers. Hive on the way, no Hydras, so I assume we're just going to go Roach Ravager, Bane, Viper, which honestly I think should kind of crap on this army. Especially depending on how the execution goes, right? Nihed has some micro potential in these sentries, so we can lock out the Bane as it tries to engage, but we obviously have the counter micro with the counter play with the Ravagers. I think both sides have a chance here to make some good plays. I'm going to send a hallucination scout out to see what's going on. We will see a lot of Roach Ravagers, so I think we'll know. We'll be able to take Lurkers off the board, at least, or Lurkers off the main list of possible suspects here. Only 66 workers here for Mini. Smoke actually wants to attack, which I guess we don't have Vipers yet, so it's possible, but to be honest, I don't... With decent biles to break the force fields, I don't think this army can fight on creep, right? I'm gonna start biling, but ooh, we really lose some roaches, which is not great. Vipers are on the way. You definitely want more than one angle of attack here, maybe if we want to engage this. I think it's honestly, if you got a surround on this, it should just die. But can we get a surround is the question. Some more force fields go down. We are draining the force field energy. And once that force field energy is drained, we kind of need to piss off here with Smoke. Waste another set of force fields, so Smoke is really... he's overstaying his welcome, I feel like. I think Mini could decide to pull the trigger at some point soon and then just go for it. Vipers are done, they need to gather energy though, so... not ready to fight yet, but... they are about to have energy, and I think then... oh, Mini engaging relatively early, but he's still maxed out, so it's not the end of the world. But I think Smoke's about to be in a world of pain as here come the Vipers. Oh, Blink does not kill the Viper, so we kill one Colossus. Yeah, this should just be GG. Yoink. That's 3 Colossus down. I think 1 Viper went down in trade for that, but I guess, yeah, I shouldn't say Mini can be completely okay with that. He doesn't have the best army, best economy, so it's not like he can afford to trade completely recklessly, but... yeah, I think he might want to go for it, or I think you maybe just wait for the Vipers to come along and get some more yoinks, especially on those... the immortal count's starting to get pretty high now. Ooh, I thought Stalker's probably thinking about blinking in there. Would probably be suicidal, but I wouldn't be surprised. Smoke was being horny earlier. Oh, we got the War Prism trying to get the yoinks, the counter yoinks. War Prism trying to save, nope, no. Yeah, saves it, there we go, saves an immortal. Nice micro there from Smoke, but I don't think he has the numbers. Mini gonna calmly start working down his way down this 4th base. It should be possible to kill it without too much damage being taken on his side. I feel like we need to keep pushing though, keep trading at least, because going home now with this army seems like a bad idea. Especially since we don't have any space to build more workers. I just love the Vipers, right? Yeah. 2 Vipers gathering energy. Oh, this is kind of cute. Oh yes. Oh, what? What? Why? Oh, I guess he was reaching it, but just wait until they get closer. This is how you know that this is not a true cheeser. MiniZerg is not a true cheeser at heart. Otherwise, someone like Source King or someone else would wait until those guys are right on top of them to the burrow. Okay, we do have a High Templar now, which can feed back the Vipers if they see them. But I think... Oh, no, we didn't actually get the links off. I think there should just be too much here, right? I think we're waiting for energy on... Wait, what? Someone just pyro? But I think if we'd just done this... If we just threw everything away at the ramp earlier, we would have actually won. Now this is looking a bit suspect. As we're actually getting pushed back down the ramp. And this 4th base is about to finish. Now there are a crap ton of lings coming. Also a decent number of hydras along the seismic spines, I believe it was. Yeah. So we can morph some spiky boys. Problem is we don't have any gas to morph the spiky boys. And it's still a decent position here from MiniZerg, but now that Smoke has a 4th base and Storm, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. As we know.
Protoss is fucking overpowered.
You heard it from the Protoss player himself. Okay. Observer will spot the move out very briefly and then pay for it with his life. There's a decent number of High Templar here. Ooh. Don't get feedbacked. Okay, this is going to be rough here as these Zerglings run in, but they're just going to get stormed. I don't think this goes... Well, I guess actually there's not enough left here for me, so it will just be a case of numbers. GG's called. MiniZerg takes game number 2. I've had enough playing smoke for one night. Alrighty, I'm guessing Smoke had first pick in this series because he definitely would have picked White Rabbit, and I think 10k has also got some decent cannon rushing spots if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty hard, I think, to dislodge cannons from this location, even though they are very, very far away from anything else, so... Not 100% sure if it will be, but I suspect Smoke's just going to do the same thing again, and... Yeah, Mini had a pretty good response. Well, I think if Smoke just goes Stargate earlier, he will be in a pretty good spot. I'm not sure why he decided to play full ground that game. Yep, Nexus. Probably going to go across to do the old CR. What's getting dropped? MiniZerg hanging around with the Overlord. Wait, that's not positioned correctly, surely. Sure this doesn't block entrance to this? No way. Yeah, okay. No, what? That can't be right. Surely you get through there. Interesting. Okay. I expect we'll see a cancel here from Mini shortly. So that was the preferred way of doing it last time. Yeah, indeed. We'll cancel. We cancel this. We're gonna put a pot. We're just gonna put one cannon there. I do like that kind of approach. Honestly though, I think there's an argument to be made because of the fact that Mini's not building Zerglings. I think you just cannon this base as well. But maybe it's just too late. Maybe the Roaches get out in time to defend it. I don't really know. I'm not used to dealing with Nexus Forge. I think the main thing is for Nihed is to give himself just a small advantage in the early game. Which, yeah, I think now How's this gateway gonna time out? Yeah, about the same as last time, so let's see how well they handle this next part, because I think this is where Smoke actually kind of fell behind. He got ahead with this build, and then fell behind a bit. I think Mini is kind of getting more into the rhythm, he's messing up less in his macro. He is going heavy into gas. He really is committing to this pressure. Cybercore starts up. I feel like the cannon should be placed slightly back here, but you don't give a nice target to even. I think you might even. I wonder if there's a world where you get 3 of these buildings at once for the bile. I didn't know. Another cannon gonna go down. We're not producing zealots this time, so not really worried about the lings, which, to be fair, Mini's not making. Okay, so we're slowly trading out Roach HP to kill the cannons. Nice move here, very efficient from MiniZerg. Basically won't lose any HP on any of his units. This guy can obviously become a Ravager as he goes across map. We are supply block for the time being, so we need to wait a little bit for that. Okay, this time we are going to go Stargate, so I feel like this time we can afford, I mean, still committing a lot into defense. And our pro production's actually been pretty ass compared to, I'm pretty sure he had a much better worker lead last game. Instead, just favoring tons and tons of static. I wonder, ooh, Stalker, please? Are we just gonna give Mini a free present? Stalker, please? What the? Holy what is he doing? Surely that's dangerous. Okay, so we're gonna try and meet these units out there. The Oracle is coming down. Let's see. Does Mini just commit? He isn't actually not. He's not going back into drone production. I think maybe expecting that Smoke this time he wants to try and commit to the all-in because he thinks Smoke is going to go ground. But Smoke's already got +1 air weapons researching like an absolute troll. Okay. Oracle going to come out. For a second I thought Smoke was not going to move it. No, we're all just going to try and bust here, but nice little pullback there from Smoke. Whoa, Artosis Pylon? Huge Artosis Pylon there. Void Ray following up the Oracle. We need to get this wall plugged again and another pylon. Okay, we're working on that. Lings in the main are cleared up by the Oracle. Cannon's about to go down to this round of biles. Stalker's going to pull back, or they're going to die. This Oracle is running out of energy, but here comes, well, here comes a Void Ray, which is nice, but these Void Ray doesn't really do much. Okay, never mind, doesn't matter, we're in this bed. Okay, this is how I thought this was going to go game number 2, before Nihed decided to play ground. Does need to plug the hole though, because here comes a whole lot more lings, and I think this Oracle's out of energy. I think, where is the Oracle? Back with the Oracle. Weird. Okay, but here's an Oracle. He's there, he's defending the workers. Mini, however, is catching up. Obviously the big advantage of this, of playing air now, is that now you can actually go and take a third. The Protoss can't do a whole lot, I mean the Zerg can't do a whole lot to stop you when you've got Oracles. And Mini doesn't even have a natural start, or at least a third base started. So I do think this is a pretty good position here for Smoke, but I do think you should also probably take a 4th base, bro. With 700 resources. The fuck? Okay, we are going to take a 3rd base. Good job, Smoke. Last one, air weapons almost done. I mean, I consider myself to be a moderate balanced miner. One of the things that really pisses me off about this race is that the second tech structure they build allows them to research air upgrades. That for me is some of the biggest BS in the game. Like, it just makes no sense. But anyway, what can you do, man?
Protoss is fucking overpowered.
Question is, what can Mini do against Mama? Mama's on the way. We're not even building Tempest or Carriers, we're just building Mama. And what beats Mama? Only Corruptors. And how much eco do we need to have for Corruptors? Yes. Probably about double the amount that MiniZerg currently has. Smoke getting... Okay, replacing his forge. I think he just wants to be able to build cannons. He probably realized he couldn't build cannons. He's like, oh wait, why? Did lose the forge to the Ravagers earlier. Okay, Carriers in production. Mama is... well, 3/4 of the way done. Ling's getting some pick-offs here. Where are the Oracles? Oracles. They're trying to do damage. They are trying to do damage. We will leave a pile on because they're trying to they're out now. So now it's Zerg and slaughter. Oracles clean up. Let's see, carriers, mama. Let's watch that cool animation that Blizzard spent all that effort getting back into working. Bloop. There it is. The hero unit that no other race gets. It is the mama shot. +2 weapons is almost done, and it's only 8 minutes into the game. Mini, I think, has absolutely sweet buggerable idea what's going on. And he's about to have a mothership and 2 carriers on his side of the map. I believe the play will be to recall the carriers once the mothership is close enough. And if you chrono boost this, you could even have +2 when the stack hits. I mean, these carriers at +2 and the mothership beams +2 would be absolutely revolting. And I think that's what we're going to get. MiniZerg has now scouted what Smoke is up to, and here comes the recall. Carriers are together. Do we even have enough here? We have... we do have enough queens, I think. We can probably hold this. We're going to kill the spawn. No, we're not. Transfuse keeps it alive a little bit, not very long. MiniZerg going to abandon this base, but that's... I guess we have another... We have a fourth one. Oh, transfuse, transfuse! Okay, transfuse is good. What's happening? We've got a lot of overseers. Okay, just in case we get cloaked. We're all going to drop the force field. We just have absolutely no way to deal with this. Yeah. What do we say about this game? Well, GG is called by MiniZerg. Hats off to him for having the...
Fucking bullshit, am I right?
Indeed.
Fucking bullshit, am I right?